You're watching Channel 37. WHXN. New Salem.
It's after midnight on Channel 37. Look, no one is expecting anyone to thank the Academy for their recognition of Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre. Something's gotta go in this time slot, and we're out of Small Wonder episodes.
Hello and welcome. It is after midnight, or holy crap, we need to fill a time slot. I am still Dan, and with me are Dave,
Hello.
Wendy,
Hi.
and Will.
Crap on a cracker.
Yeah. Oh, and we are trolling the dregs of Tubi to bring you Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre for reasons. Okay, so the last thing, as we sit here today, as we're recording this, the last movie that we talked about was Slumber Party Massacre 2. And we found out that there was a whole massacre universe. One of which was listed as being this movie. And it is called Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre. And the title of that movie did exactly what the title of that movie set out to do. It made us go, hey, we should watch that. Because, I guess. I don't know. Does anybody want to help me kind of explain what our reasoning for this was beyond just, that'll do?
Well, I think we all love a ridiculous shark film as much as the next person.
Mm-hmm.
It has a weird name.
Yeah. Like I think we were all kind of. I mean, I certainly went into this film with an open mind, expecting nonsense and maybe some fun.
I was expecting, a bunch of women in a prison, getting chased by sharks. And I mean, I got 2 out of 3 of that.
Yeah,
I suppose that's true.
It's not really a massacre. It doesn't happen in a prison. I guess it happens in Sharkansas. It's mostly women that die.
Yeah.
And I feel like this title wrote checks that it did not cash.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, we were suckered in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously not to sort of show our hand, but
Are you saying that Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre did not live up to the lofty heights that were intrinsically promised by the title Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre?
The thing, I didn't have particularly lofty heights. I had low standards that were still not met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we expected a good, bad movie and we got this.
Yeah.
Like at no point was I expecting, to be moved on the scale of Schindler's List.
Yeah.
I think the best part of this movie is when I started amusing myself by making candygram jokes.
Yeah. And that started like 90 seconds in, as I recall.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we should start this. Does anybody want to break down the plot, or?
Yeah, sure, I'll have a go.
Go for it.
So, irresponsible fracking has led to the escape of some prehistoric sharks that were trapped in some sort of underground lake.
Yeah.
And this happens to coincide with a group of very clean and photogenic female prisoners being taken on a work duty. And sharks start eating people. There's an attempted prison break by one of the prisoners' girlfriends. And they all quickly realize that they're not being betrayed and people are leaving them. It's the sharks are eating people. And meanwhile, Tracy Lords is in an entirely separate film that's going on at the same time, where she's having just, like the worst day with her supposedly 29-year-old partner who looks like he's in his late 30s.
Right.
And then a couple of like geologists / marine biologists turn up out of nowhere to explain what's going on and why. There's an escape. Many people are eaten by sharks, but yeah, the nice lady who was hoping to get home to her son survives, and the guard that they taken hostage decides to let her go and tell the authorities she was killed in the shark attack. And that's pretty much it. Unless anybody feels I've missed anything vital.
No, I mean that's the movie. Okay. Well, Dave, thank you for doing that. Why don't you get us started off then? What did you think?
Well, as I said, I went into this film with a fair degree of goodwill because I enjoy a crappy shark movie as much as the next man,
Sure.
especially if that next man's Will. And so,
Boy, Dave.
and so, I've seen sort of a couple of the Sharknado films and some of the more kind of ludicrous shark-based movies, which have kind of become their own subgenre of just sort of we thought of the funny name first.
Mm-hmm.
So, and obviously, the returns on these films are always kind of like going to be low, but I got the feeling that this film was being made against the will of everyone involved. Like, I felt like there was some sort of hostage situation going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone had been blackmailed. Like like the director is. I mean, to call it direction is to kind of do the entire art a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
Like the performances are, for the most part, I shall charitably say low energy. Mm-hmm. And the script is, just there. Like, as I say, like Tracy Lords is in this, but is like completely separate from everything else for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, pretty much the only person I had like good feeling towards was I don't know if I'm pronouncing this properly, but Christine
Win.
Okay.
You don't pronounce the N or the G.
Okay. Yeah, I get like she understood the assignment or she just she was like a little kind of ray of sunshine in all of this, despite all the casual racism being directed at her in the script.
Yeah.
Which was just entirely unnecessary. And like she seems to get what film she was in and was kind of like pitching it about as well as anybody could given this material.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone else just seemed to be just turning up to say things so they could quickly leave again.
Yeah.
I mean, Dominic Swain, man.
Yeah.
She had to, I mean, that's like, I remember when she was in Face Off, it was a big deal when she was in the Lolita remake. Like, this was somebody who at one point was going to be doing big things, and just like, oh, what happened? It's like,
yeah,
and like the whole thing with the with Tracy Lords' partner sitting there going like, oh, it's going to be like Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, who are Bonnie and Clyde? How old are you? 29. My pasty British ass, you are 29, sir. I think not. So, I mean, like, to close out my initial thoughts, this wasn't good. Like, I went into it expecting kind of a bit of so bad it's good fun or a bit of, and I think it's trying to go for that, but like, there's no energy to it,
Yeah.
But everyone is just giving sort of, it's like, is that kind of Ed Wood thing is like, we'll just film the first reading of everything and boom, we're fine.
Right. Wendy, tell me what you were thinking, please.
I mean, so I don't generally go for these shark whatever movies. Like, I appreciate that they exist, but I like a different kind of bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really appreciate the the all of the shark movies and really any of the sci-fi original stuff. It's just not my kind of bad movie.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, we should mention that this turned out to be a Sci-Fi Channel original movie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
um, and it was bad, and it was just bad.
Mhm.
Um, there wasn't really a lot of story. The effects were terrible. None of the characters had any kind of like believable relationship. The the casual racism that was thrown at the character of Michelle, it was not casual. It was
Mhm.
painful.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know though, like I always love to see like Tracy Lords working, like she's a survivor. And this director, what's his name? Wynorski?
Wynorski.
He gave her her first job when she left adult film, and I kind of imagine like she did this as a favor, like over the course of some Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Um, um, but it's just bad. I haven't seen it before. I wouldn't have been sad if I had never seen it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Okay. How about you, Will?
So, I mean, this is in a lot of ways, sci-fi original films are doing the same thing that the B movies of the 50s did. You make a movie really quick, cash in on a recent film trend, and then you move along after you got your money.
Yeah.
And I mean the film accomplishes that because luckily, like there were a lot of shark films in the 2010s, and you're getting your money from that.
Mhm.
The film itself, it's not good. It is as not to be the third or fourth person to say this today, but yeah, it's not a good film, and it will. All the actresses, I will say kudos. Some of the actresses are trying, but most of
Mhm.
them aren't. Most of the people in the film are here for the check, and that's it. Apparently there was a Kickstarter campaign originally trying to get the production funds, but they only got $598 out of it.
As
Mhm.
much as that.
Not enough to fund it, so actually they got none of the money. But that said, I mean, it is definitely the kind of film that if if you are kind of, just hey, I'm hanging out with friends, I'm having a few drinks, you can throw on and try to enjoy, but you're I'm gonna struggle to even find it enjoyable because
Yeah.
I did actually watch this with some friends on Discord, and it pretty much came down to, we're watching this still, aren't we? We haven't changed it off of something else yet.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I feel like there are exceptions, but most of the Sci-Fi Channel original movies tend to be like whatever enthusiasm for being drunk and watching and yelling at a TV screen you have going into it fades away like before it's halfway over. And this is definitely one of those. I mean, I went into this, I think like yourself, Dave, with an open mind, thinking maybe it will at least be amusing. Jim Wynorski has made so many movies. He's directed well over 100 movies. And I mean, he's worked with Corman, he's worked with Charles Band, he's worked with like David Dakota, he's worked with like all of like the big B movie names that are still around. He's worked with them. And like his probably like he did Chopping Mall. It's probably his best known movie. And I'm like, okay, if nothing else, he has a track record for whatever he's making could at least be fun. And yeah, this just wasn't. Like Wynorski basically directs three types of movies. He directs kids movies, this, and this, but with blood and boobs. That's basically it.
Right.
Oh yeah, no.
Um, you know, like he's the mind behind the Bear Wench project. You know. Um, And I'll be honest, seeing his name on it and seeing the names of some of the women that were acting in it, I expected this to be in the third category
Hmm.
going in. Um, and it wasn't. Like there was so many opportunities for just over the top, just like absurd amounts of like blood.
Yeah.
And just all kinds of things like that. And and that can be funny. That can be fun, but we didn't get that. There were a few things that I legit laughed out loud at. Like where they find that one woman's like leg, and it's clearly made out of rubber.
Yeah.
That just came from like iParty Halloween.
Exactly. Like so they just sent somebody to the mall to go grab that real quick before the camera started rolling.
I'm gonna run down to Spirit Halloween. We need a leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
It's gotta
somebody
fit
trying
this shoe.
or somebody trying to use a cheap ass Barnes and Noble copy of Tale of Two Cities and say, "Oh, it's a first edition."
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
You know.
she's a specialist in old books.
Yeah. This
Or
book has to be
Tracy-
at least 5 years old.
And then there's the point where Tracy Lords just goes on a long monologue about finding a Coke bottle, and I'm like, they sell those still at stores, right? That literally just came from a store.
That was such a weird bit.
Do you get the sense that like he was like making this movie and realized it was only going to be about 50 minutes long?
And then the Tracy Lords stuff got added later.
I feel like that's probably it. Because there's only one shot in the whole movie and I noticed this at the very end where she's actually in shot with one of the actors from the main plot line.
Yeah.
Not even one scene, one shot. So
Well, I would
I
say
really
that
feel like
I did like her bits in it. Like I thought she was actually pretty good. But it's just what she was doing had absolutely nothing to do with anything else that was happening.
like she and her partner actually were trying to be amusing,
Yeah.
Like there were actual attempts at people talking to each other the way that people talk to each other, joking back and forth. As opposed to the actual massacre portion of the evening, where like the most that we get is people shouting ethnic slurs at Christine Wynn, who and I'll agree with you, Dave, that she was by far the best thing about that part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like she was actually like, she understood exactly what kind of movie she was making, and she was gonna, because she has made so many of these movies before. She has also been in like 100 movies.
Yeah.
Many of them with Jim Wynorski.
Well,
Yeah, I was really looking for something a little different than what we got, and what we got was not nearly as fun as I was hoping for.
I think part of the problem is like, who's the protagonist of this film?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who are we supposed to be? Who are we supposed to be rooting for? I mean, I think by the end, it's supposed to be Michelle because like they start kind of going back to that little bit of backstory they dropped about her having a son.
Mm-hmm.
But up to that point, like it's anyone's game.
Right.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just like so. It's like like in most of films like this, like who you like. You at least have an idea who your final girl is.
Mm-hmm.
Like who's going to be the one that's left over and is going to be doing all the kind of fighting, and then you're just kind of sort of looking forward to how each of the others is going to get bumped off. But sort of here, it's just like who is like who is the person we're supposed to be actually caring about?
Yeah.
Like who's the person we're rooting for to survive?
Like you get the sense, or I got the sense, that we were supposed to be rooting for Shannon, who is the blonde that wasn't Dominique Swain's girlfriend, because she's set up as
the one who just kind of loses her shit at everything.
Yeah, but because she's the one
who gives us peaches and beans.
Yeah, peaches and beans.
Jesus Christ, peaches and beans.
Peaches and beans.
Coming soon to ABC.
Yeah. He's a little lad who loves peaches and beans. But like
Detective Frank Peaches, Detective Nora Beans.
Wait, is it actually a adaptation of a BBC series?
Cake and Beans.
It could well be, yes.
Is it an adaptation of Cake and Beans?
It's an adaptation of Cake and Beans. There's a deep cut for you folks.
From the people who bought you Sapphire and Steel.
We have like a network here that's like all lady cop shows.
Yeah.
I want that to be the new lady cop show.
Yep.
The
And
Lady
she's
Cop
not Beans.
Network.
She's like Laura Beans Benzowski or something like that.
Yes.
I only say that because in the UK there was a kind of a daytime detective show about two women who would solve murders while they're gardening, and it was called Rosemary and Thyme.
Oh God.
So, so Peaches and Beans is not a million miles away from the kind of things that turns up on British telly.
But anyway, I feel like Shannon is the one that we were supposed to root for because we find out, well, she went to prison because she killed her boyfriend, but he was abusing her. He was, she was fearing for her life, and she killed him to do that. And I feel like, okay, well, this is obviously the one that we're supposed to be rooting for.
Yeah.
And
she
then
gets a love interest. And she gets a love interest from, the poor man's Nicholas Brendan.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Oh my
exactly
God,
what you said.
that's what we were saying.
What did you say, Wendy? He was like Nicholas Brendan mixed with who?
Oh, if Nick Brendan and oh God, I don't remember.
Scott Baio?
Scott Baio had a baby. Yeah.
Finally, the identity of the nightmare child from Doctor Who has been revealed.
Nicky Brendan and Scott Baio had a child, it would be this person.
He's alt-right and shows up belligerent to conventions.
I was just thinking, like, calling somebody the poor man's Nick Brendan is. I think Nick Brendan is the poor man's Nick Brendan at this point. I feel bad for him. He's really fallen.
Yeah, he's had a tough time.
Anyway, yeah, he looks super familiar.
Yeah.
And I love how those two guys just suddenly randomly turned up. It's just like we're a couple of geologists who were just randomly walking through the forest trying to track seismic activity.
In Arkansas.
Yeah. Now pull up a chair while we explain to you exactly why these sharks are killing people.
Wait, were they maybe like fleeing like from some? Did they just like wander in from Deliverance? Were they like being chased down the river?
I mean, honestly, maybe talking to geologists about sharks is not the smartest idea. Because they get some really bad shark facts in there.
But I mean, there's like, proof positive if ever you needed it that fracking is bad.
Yeah.
Because, if you frack, you'll open a tunnel to the center of the earth and let the land sharks out.
The shark attack.
And we haven't actually explained something very specific about the sharks to the audience. Okay. These aren't just regular sharks. No. We have freaking land sharks who can tunnel.
With spiky bits.
Yeah.
Spiky bits.
Yep.
They tunnel, and then when the camera moves away and comes back, the land is healed.
I mean, at least the graboids left, marks.
Yeah.
Because that's what this is, basically. What they are.
Also, when they're in the cave, and they leave the cave through the exact same entrance that they enter the cave through. So fuck that. But anyway.
No, they spend 20 minutes like going through the cave. That's clearly not the exact same cave entrance they just went in 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, right.
How dare you?
So the sharks can like eat cars and tunnel through the ground like it's not even there, but they can be stopped. Their one weakness is rubberized canvas inflatable rafts. As long as you stay in the raft, the shark can't get you.
But the second that you decide to start shooting people with a gun while you're in the raft.
I will say, to be fair, when they were using the raft, there was always that risk that they could be attacked by the shark. It's just the sharks weren't about in that particular bit. Like they were trying to wring some tension out of the fact that, I mean, I'm not saying it worked, but what they were going for was that kind of sort of moment of tension as each person crossed the river, and at any point a shark could jump out and eat them. I mean, it didn't because they can't afford that, but but that's what they were clearly trying to do.
You've made me think about this movie in a whole new light, Dave.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. So I never intended to do that. No, this is still shit. But I feel like if we're going to be kicking it, let's kick with some justice and precision.
Mhm.
I would like to. So the way that I think most of us watched this was on Tubi, which
Mhm.
Tubi is that streaming service that exists, namely for people to be like, hey, I have a movie. I don't care who has streaming rights to it. I just want to make a few bucks off of it, so
Mhm.
you can have it.
Yeah.
And now, as a result of watching this recently, some of my recommendations include Swamp Shark, starring Christy Swanson, D.B. Sweeney, and Robert Davi.
Jesus,
Yeah.
poor Robert Davi.
Let's see. Shark Attack 2, Shark Attack 3, Megalodon, which does feature John Barrowman.
Oh, the infamous John Barrowman scene.
Yeah. I'm so wired, so why don't I take you home and eat your pussy?
That's right.
Actual dialogue from that movie.
Ew.
Dark Waters, which is also a shark movie starring Lorenzo Lamas.
Oh God, I feel like I've seen that.
And
You had me at Lorenzo Lamas.
and Two-Headed Shark Attack, starring Carmen Electra, Brooke Hogan, and Charlie O'Connell.
I remember watching that with you because I remember saying, okay, so when I see the two-headed shark,
Oh yeah.
eat the lesser O'Connell, do I say he just ate Charlie O'Connell or they just ate Charlie O'Connell?
And did I challenge you on presuming the shark's gender?
I don't think you did, actually. I think that you were perfectly willing to concede that the shark was male.
But then the sad thing is, in order to try and get more people to watch things on Tubi, they will sometimes take, films that, had a better cover and decide, okay, we need to give it like a Tubi Ice cover. So people are fooled into thinking that this is a bad sci-fi original film and not a film from 1990. Class of 1999 has like this Terminator looking cover, but it's still, it's Class of 1999 with Malcolm McDowell and Stacy Keach.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like a bad sci-fi original film.
Class of 1999?
Yeah.
From
the cover.
I unapologetically, unironically love that movie. Absolutely fucking adore that movie. It's on the list already.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's a matter of time, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah. Yeah, I legitimately adore that movie.
But I am actually kind of convinced the more we talk about this that probably the director originally wanted to make like a movie more in line with what he normally did, and then when he couldn't get the funding through Kickstarter, Sci-Fi was like, cool, we'll let you make it. And he's like, but boobs, blood.
Mm-hmm.
I said we'd let you make it. We're not, but you're making it for us on the Sci-Fi channel.
Yeah, this definitely has the feeling of the movie where the distributor's already sold to the movie. Now you just need to go make it.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I mean, like you said earlier, Dad, like you think with this cast and this director, you'd be getting a certain kind of film, but the fact that it isn't is probably more down to who he's making it for rather than anything he's looking to he's looking to tone it down a bit,
Yeah. From the people, from the director who brought you busty co-eds versus lusty cheerleaders.
Right. I mean, they kind of like cramped his artistic vision so that he wasn't able to make another Witches of Breastwick.
That's
Breastwick,
right.
Or
exactly.
the Breastford Wives.
Don't
or
forget
the House on Hoover
Cleavage
Hill.
Yeah.
Cleavage Field is the best title, but I know it'll disappoint me if I watch it.
I know, it's like I'm going to go into Giantess Battle Attack expecting little, but I certainly hope I get my money's worth. It's like, you don't understand, sir. I am the man who brought Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl to the screen.
I'm curious as to what you would consider your money's worth in that situation, Dana.
I don't know. No. I mean, a Giantess Battle Attack, I guess.
There is this thing of having the so bad it's good film,
Uh-huh.
Like you're like The Room or Birdemic, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Troll 2.
Yep.
But the thing is, you cannot make a film like that on purpose.
No.
You cannot go in to intend to make that. Those films only come from someone sincerely believing that they are making art
Mm-hmm.
and what they are doing has worth, and that they know what they're doing, and like it can only come from monumental hubris
Mm-hmm.
coupled with devastating incompetence, and that's why kind of films that get that cult status are so rare, because it's a perfect storm of that kind of lack of self-awareness of what you're actually making compared to what you think you're making.
Yeah.
And that's not something you can do on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to look at like Birdemic 2 or Samurai Cop 2 or any film that Tommy Wiseau has tried to make since The Room. When you're in on the joke, you don't make the same film.
Yeah, and the thing is, they all try to be in on the joke and go, "Oh yeah, no, I made it deliberately bad because I thought it would be funny." And it's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
you would not have made the choices you made. You genuinely thought it was going to be funny because nobody in their right mind would make those choices for comedy.
Like I would say that someone like Andy Sidaris is somebody who has been known to be able to purposefully make a bad movie that was funny. Like Hard Ticket to Hawaii knows exactly what kind of movie it is.
Oh yeah.
And it is legit funny because of it. But that is exceedingly rare. Like you don't get Miami Connection on purpose, right?
Yeah, like you say, like Samurai Cop was an accident. These things are wonderful accidents. I'm so pleased that they exist, in their awfulness. But let's not pretend it was on purpose. Like people thought they had a vision, and in a way, they did have a vision. It was just terrible.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what is there to celebrate, and why people enjoy these films is the fact that sort of people thought, "My God, somebody actually made a choice to do this on purpose and thought that was a good idea." And that's funny. That's why it's funny. But unless you're actually you can't make that kind of magic on the fly.
Yeah. And I think that Dave, I think you're absolutely 100% right. I think that movies like Sci-Fi Channel original movies, because the joke gets very old about halfway through the movie.
I mean, most of them don't last past the title.
Right.
Which, something like Zombievers or something, which I know exists. Just like, oh, all right, like zombie beavers, yes. Yeah, that's a nice pun, but like it makes a decent funny title, and it might make a good comedy trailer, but an actual honest to goodness film that you're committing an hour, say, let's charitably say an hour and 20 minutes of your life watching.
Which isn't to say that all sci-fi original films are bad, because we did get Sharknado is not at least the original Sharknado is still, somewhat of a fun film. The Slumber Party Massacre remake is actually really good.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah. But then, you do still have your 12 Disasters of Christmas, your Ozark Sharks. Oh, there's at least one Dungeons and Dragons movie to stay on, topic of, of stuff that's come out in the last few weeks. Multiple Lake Placid sequels. Like, seriously, just think about that.
And like, sometimes they're able to kind of inject a little bit of, like, I don't know what the word is, interest with who they cast. Like, they get people like, hey, remember that person that used to be famous for that other thing? I would not watch Megapython versus Gatoroid, except that, it's Debbie Gibson and Tiffany.
Tiffany has done a lot of these films.
Yes, she has. But like, I wasn't going to watch this movie, but I saw Greg Brady. So, I'm here.
Yeah. And originally, I'm sure Dominique Swain was the, title, like, actor who used to be in something that you used to like, and then later on when they realized, oh, we don't have enough footage, and then they were like, cool, hey, Tracy Lords, you owe me a favor, right? We're good friends. Can you I'll pay for your Mexican food at one point.
Yeah, we'll make sure that the food that you're eating with the guy is actually decent.
I mean, I would say, I mean, like Will said, that these are the B movie, in many ways, the modern B movies, because they are cranked out really quickly, and there are gems to be found within all the awfulness.
Mhm.
You know, there are kind of people who are, liking the B movies of the day. There are people who are cutting their teeth in the industry who will go on to do, no doubt, great things and
Oh, 100%.
get to make the films they want. So yeah, I absolutely completely agree with that assessment. It's just like, obviously this film is not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's made by, if anything, it's made by someone who's come from the older B movie tradition, who is now kind of making a living within this new version of that,
right?
Rather than somebody kind of up and coming who would, like this would be sort of something early on their filmography rather than something late.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this was somebody who's kind of first direction effort or something like that, I'd maybe be a bit more forgiving. But the fact is, like you say, Dan, he's made hundreds of films. How is he not better at this by now?
It's not a question of him being bad at this. It's a question of this is exactly the movie that he was hired to make.
Yeah.
Right? Like we need 90 minutes of here's the title, here's $50,000. Come back in a week with a script, and then we'll spend a weekend or two shooting it. We've already sold it to Sci-Fi, and then we can clean up. We'll get a little more from Tubi after that run is over.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that cranks them out. He's the guy that's like, okay, I took you $50,000, and when I was done, I had like 7 left, so I also made this little short. You can have it, for whatever.
Yeah.
He's a professional. This is exactly the movie that he was asked to make, and he made it on time and under budget.
Yeah. I don't know. Just part of me just feels like for this, I don't, that feeling that nobody's really trying. I will forgive a film that is bad if I think it's trying.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can see that in some films. It's like, yes, a lot of this isn't great, but at least they're giving it a go.
Right.
Whereas this, it just felt completely phoned in by pretty much everyone involved.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what annoyed me about it, is the fact that like there was just an overall sense that nobody gave a shit. I mean, which they may well not have done, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
But like at least try to make something that isn't. I mean, again, a lot of the so bad it's good movies, are movies that are trying. They're failing miserably, but like they are actually trying. I don't know. It's like,
no, I don't think. I mean, it's absolutely. I think you're spot on there. I think that, like nobody is going to call Chopping Mall, a classic, right? Nobody's calling for that movie to be, inducted, into the Library of Congress.
I mean, I am.
Yeah, there, Danny.
Yeah. But like, that it's fun, because he had an idea. Well, Roger Corman had an idea, but he gave it to Wynorski, and he was like, okay, well, we'll turn this into this, and it's a fun movie. He's not phoning it in. He's making fun. Deathstalker 2 is pretty fun. Return of Swamp Thing is, has its moments, even if it's more along the lines of this than the first one. But when you're getting into a movie that's clearly just product, and I think that's the real issue here, is that this isn't art, this is product.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's what B movies have been since the dawn of film. They've always been that. There's
absolutely.
that scene in Ed Wood where, like, Mike Starr says, okay, here's the poster. You make me a movie that goes with this poster in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I think part of why those movies have held up is because, the hubris factor, right? Believed they were making something great.
Yeah.
And nobody in this cast thought they were making something great. Everybody knew exactly what they were doing, and some of them embrace it, and some of them just don't care. And I think this is the difference between like the classic bad movie with a capital B and just a plain old bad movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm exactly the kind of person who would love a movie like this. You know, I have a soft spot for women's prison movies. I think they're hilarious. I always love to see Tracy Lord working. Like, she's such a survivor. She's kind of inspirational if you know her backstory.
Mhm.
And it just fails and fails and fails.
That is, yeah, no, I think that's a great point. There was one thing that we haven't really talked about, and Dave, I kind of wanted to get your insight on it too, because you've been kind of very vocal about this, is Dominique Swain is in this movie, and she's terrible.
Oh god, yeah, no, she's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they give her that kind of crap on a cracker catchphrase, which they think is going to be so popular and hilarious they even put it in as a post-credit sting.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I mean, I think it's the difference between someone like Christine Wen, who is used to doing films like this and so knows how to kind of, and is clearly giving her best at it, when someone like Dominique Swain, who has been in bigger things and is clearly considers this slumming it and is almost kind of treating it with the contempt she feels it deserves.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the kind of difference in performance as well. I'm like, yeah, I think she's getting some money out of this. It's probably like a week job, a week's worth of work, and so she's kind of doing the bare minimum of saying the lines out loud.
I mean, before she made this movie, she made Nazis at the Center of the Earth. I mean, she's not the actor we thought she was going to be when her career started.
No.
Nazis at the Center of the Earth, you say?
Yeah, no, we're not going to watch it.
Yeah. As he learned nothing.
Well, I mean, the thing is, at that point, she was still occasionally getting, films that got theatrical releases, and then looking at her IMDb page, pretty much this is around the point that completely dried up, and now she is doing films like A Doggone Christmas. Oh my God, she was in A Husband for Christmas, the David Decatur Christmas movie.
Yeah,
like literally, it's a film I watched only because the actress, it has Jack A. Harry in it also, in addition to Vivica A. Fox, Eric Roberts, and Hilary Shepard, who was Diva Talks in Turbo Power Rangers movie.
Nice.
And I cannot remember her at all in that film, which says a lot about, the caliber
she didn't
of
make
actor
an
she was
impression
working
on
with.
you.
She did not make an impression on me. But no,
she's not great in this at all, even vaguely.
She's doing Asylum films now, which Asylum is basically like below sci-fi as far as B movies go, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Which they make movies for sci-fi, but still.
Yeah.
When you've burned your bridges with sci-fi, there's nowhere left to go but Asylum.
Well, Asylum is
how the studio got its name.
Yes, it's the studio that makes movies. Makes movies aimed directly at the market of grandparents of disappointed grandkids at Christmas.
Which we are going to eventually have to cover an Asylum movie for the show at some point.
Are we?
I mean, if for no other reason than, for one of these, after midnight segments.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably true.
We should probably just do Transmorphers, because we all, I'm just because the sort of it might make us view the Transformers movies in a new and more sympathetic light.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, the Michael Bay stuff is bad, but look at this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did do the Sharknadoes,
Yeah. They have the potential for, goodness. It's just usually it's like, okay, but that costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're spending money, then we're not making the money.
Right.
What can you do for $1.50?
They're gonna find out. They're gonna make that movie that's a lot. If you loved Alien versus Predator, you'll like Alien versus Hunter. Like that's.
You enjoy The Expendables, you'll enjoy Mercenaries, starring Zoe Bell, Christina Loken, Vivica A. Fox, Bridget Nielsen, and Cynthia Rothrock.
I mean, see, that I
man.
want to see, though.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
that one was almost it. It was at least a star and a half film, as opposed to most of these their other films, which are half a star.
Yeah.
I mean, that cast just sounds like it'll be eminently watchable.
Yeah, if nothing else, it'll be fun. Oh my God. I'm looking at the list of movies. They have a movie called Battle Star Wars.
Nice. Yeah.
Excellent.
That is a
Oh,
sad
God.
Christmas morning.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I got you that one you like. Thanks, Grandma. Oh my God. They've just churned out Attack of the Meth Gator
Yep.
for
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear.
Or
What?
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I was chatting with somebody about that on Twitter a couple of weeks back. To sort of like, what other drug/dangerous animals can we have? PCP wolf, angel dust koala.
I want to see that one.
Oh man.
Crack
And we
rock.
went. Yeah.
Autopotamus.
Oh, man.
Pug Slide.
Pug Slide is the best movie title ever.
Yeah.
Ecstasy anaconda.
Oh, I see that.
Just need some water in a dark room.
Okay, so I see that they of course they came out with Titanic too, right?
Yeah.
What?
And then
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. It gets better. It gets better. Go on, Dan.
it gets better. They came out with Titanic 2, and then last year they followed that up with Titanic 666.
Yep.
Well, now that I would watch.
Which is
Oh,
actually a
God.
sequel to Titanic 2.
Yeah.
And you know what Titanic 666 is billed as? A to-be original.
That's the mark of quality.
I know.
Oh, you know
Planet
what Tubi has?
Dune.
This is we're just kind of talking about random things now.
Yeah.
Tubi has
exactly.
the Nevers.
Yeah, that's where they've burned off the
They
rest
sent
of
the
that
Nevers
show.
to go die on Tubi.
Oh, Joss, you did this to yourself.
Good riddance.
But I do kind of want to watch the end of the Nevers.
Yeah.
And I can go do it on Tubi and not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I won't feel like I need to make a donation because I'm just watching it on Tubi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, Tubi has a remake of Terror Train and a sequel to a remake of Terror Train,
Mhm.
which, I think Des covered over on Dread Media a few weeks back.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
should we be looking to see if Tubi wants to do a sponsorship deal here?
Yeah,
I
really.
mean, we've basically given so many films that people could watch on Tubi, like Romeo and Juliet Killers,
Yeah.
or Riding with Sugar, or how about that's no, you don't need to watch anything about the Menendez brothers.
No.
No.
Wait a minute. Okay. So they did Two-Headed Shark Attack,
Right.
followed by Three-Headed Shark Attack.
Yeah.
And then they skipped all the way forward to Five-Headed Shark Attack.
You can't do that. Just like you can't triple dog dare someone
Exactly.
without first double dog
I
daring them.
mean, they skipped directly from Titanic 2 to Titanic 666. There need to be at least, 3 other films in the middle there. I mean, Children of the Corn waited till Children of the Corn 666 to have that title. There was still Children of the Corn 1 through 5.
Yep. I mean, I feel that we're bordering on nearly an hour's worth of discussion,
Yeah.
Yeah.
of which the last 20 minutes have been not discussing the film in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I feel like that's
I feel
probably.
like we're good.
Yeah.
You know what that is? You know what that's like? That's like the Tracy Lord segment of this episode.
Yep, yeah, absolutely, yes.
It's a
Spot
tribute.
on.
It's totally intentional.
I've just found this Coke bottle.
Yeah. Oh.
Gonna go look good on my wet bar.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, there's your episode padding, folks. Oh, all right. We're done here, I think.
Yeah. We've been done.
Yeah.
All
Well
right.
and truly.
Channel 37's Midnight Movie Show is presented by Wendy Obama, Will Ackerman, Dave Probert, and John Cohen. I gotta tell you, I'm brewing some peaches and beans right now and it's not so bad. I also put some potato chips and marshmallows in there. I might be a little high.